Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to xplane 12. In this video again I'm trying to set up the best performances for my new headset, the Quest 3, and now I've got back to xplane 12 because compared to Microsoft Flight Simulator, it reveals to be a little bit tougher to set up, to optimize in terms of FPS, smoothness, performance. And now I want to use a default plane to try to optimize my headset. So I'm going to prepare a flight plan from Rome Fiumicino to Miami International with a long-haul aircraft as the Airbus, the default Airbus A330, very nicely modeled. It's a new plane that came with xplane 12. It's not the the lightest aircraft I could try, but on purpose I want to stress out a bit my GPU with the Quest 3 to see if it is capable of running this plane, and X-plane, especially xplane 12, generally speaking. So we are going to prepare a long-haul flight, not to flight the whole trip, of course, but to see how to prepare a long-haul trip, transatlantic route like this. I've previously prepared the flight plan with SimRIF, and now why my arrow cursor doesn't move, because I'm not on the focused windows. Now it's okay, sorry. So let's go to the plugins and show the EVTAB EFB. I don't use the controllers. I'm using this quite difficult arrow cursor because for some way it's more comfortable to me to use the mouse, but this arrow cursor is too big and it doesn't allow to be precise when you click on, when you spot click. So this is the EVTAB, so charts. This is the flight plan I've prepared in SimRIF. I hope you see it fine. I hope the vision is not too jerky. It's not too vibrating with the because the VR it's very sensitive. So it's gonna be an 11-hour more or less flight from Rome Fiumicino to Miami International Airport. These are the figures that SimRIF calculated, and this is not a completely full plane, because you have to cope with the distance, and so the maximum and the maximum takeoff weight, which is 233,000 tons, and the estimated takeoff weight with this plane is 232,000 tons, and this is by boarding not the full 335 packs, but only 270, I believe, yeah, 270 packs. So this gives this takeoff weight that is slightly yes, with the needed fuel it is slightly lower than the maximum takeoff weight. So how do we load this plane? It's the full plane, so we don't have any special tools for it. So we need to go to the flight weight and balance, sheet, and simply put, we have to use this slider, so the total payload weight. Okay, so we will play with this slider. Let's get back to see what is the payload is 28.2 tons, metric tons. So 28.2. I think it was already set anyway. We check. Sorry, it's not easy to use this cursor. So flights, weight balance. Okay, it's 28.2. It's already set. 2 kilograms. 28,000 kilograms. And good. The other number to insert is the block fuel, which is 77.1 tons of fuel, and we have to set up this. So back to this page. (77.9) we can correct this with 77.1 tons. Enter. Done. Apply changes. So you can check the fuel on board is 77.1 tons. Checked. And the gross weight is 234,740 kilograms, which is more or less in line with the takeoff weight. It is slightly different because this model, the SimBrief configuration profile does not precisely match the one for this model, for this default A330. So this would be the maximum takeoff weight, but we are having currently 234, so we can keep this one. Anyway, the number have been inserted. We go to the init page, and here in the flight, in the MACD, how it's called, MACD, the FMC, we simply insert the flight plan we exported from SimBrief. Remember to export the flight plan from SimBrief compatible with xplane 12, but without SID and stars, only the waypoints, because else the FMC can give you some errors, and it can be a mess of that one. So only export the flight plan without the procedures. Okay, so you save the file in the same path, in the same position, and then you can recall the file by dealing the name here. So it is Lima India Romeo Foxtrot Kilo Mike India Alpha. Then the suffix is 01, remember this, and the core route is this. VNAV unavailable because we have to insert our cruise flight level. So the flight number is going to be AZ630-630, It is a real-world flight of ITA Airways from Rome to Miami. In the cruise flight level is going to be, we can go to the in it we can read here, but given that the profile is not perfect for this plane, I'm not sure that this initial flight level would be fine for the MACD. So let's go to the first page. We should be able to see the initial flight level is 340, flight level 340. So if we put in 340, let's try. Okay, it seems to be okay. We go to the prop page. It's not the optimum. It doesn't give me the optimum. Okay, let's compile the whole flight plan. So in a page, let's see if it's good, because this is very important in transcontinental flights to put the exact exact initial cruise flight level, to be sure that the VNAV is computed correctly. So let's import our 04 weights and our block fuel. Okay, you can see unable to cruise altitude. It's what I thought. If we go to the prop page, now you can see that here the optimal flight level is with this with this weight conditions is flight level 328. Even if the max flight level is 348, it's gonna be 348. As initial cruise level, we have to put something less than the optimal for the MACD to calculate properly the VNAV. So go back to preference, init. So don't look at the SimBrief calculated cruise flight level. Let's make a guess with another one. 320 should be fine. Great. This is fine because it's less than the optimal. So now in the cruise page 320, optimum is 328. So in the flight plan we should have all the VNAV computed. This is very important, because else you cannot use the managed speed, managed climb, and so on, and it's a mess then. So always check this thing when you prepare a long haul flight that is having the VNAV ready. To go back to init page, and we can insert now our SID. Departure runway is 25 at Rome Fiumicino, and let's check what departure we have here. We have the Podox 8 Echo. This is not an SID, but this is a transition. So we have to check what SID is so airports Lima, India, Romeo Foxtrot, yes. Departure we can go to the where is it, the Podox 8 Echo departure, Podox 8 Echo departure. It starts from Senel, so it's literally a transition, it's not an SID, an initial departure. So we have to look for the initial departure having the final fix as Xenol. So back to charts, and the first Xenol is Xenol 5 Alpha initial departure, which starts from runway 25, arrives to Xenol, and then after Xenol there will be the Podox 8 Echo transition. Here you can see Podox 8 Echo transition. So it's a twin departure, twin procedure departure. So having said this, we set the initial departure Xenol. Xenol 5 Alpha, and here we have the Pod 8 Echo transition. Insert. What's happening? Something. Why the GPU got disconnected? Oh my gosh. Flights. Ground handling window. Stop request. Well. Maybe I didn't pay the bill for the GPU. Anyway, I hope that everything is in good shape now. Yeah. The IRS are still aligned. Okay, we will discover later if something did get resetted. Uh, 122.8 the frequency. We can lock the doors. Okay, everything seems okay. Let's go to Miami and see and set we guess the arrival procedure. It is airports. No, we have to go to the dispatch. So at Miami we got the Benfish to via transition snaggy to runway 26 left Miami. So let's try to insert them. 26 left. Stars. Benfish 2.26 left. This one. But I'm missing the transition. I am missing the transition. So temporary flight plan. Temporary arrays. Let's try again. ILS 26 left. It gives me no transition to select. Okay, let's try to insert this. Yeah, back again here. Now he's given me transition, so this is it has to be a bug of the SMAC 2. So now we have the transition. So we select again the bend shift 2. No. Temporary arrays. Again, we are losing much time. No via. Maybe first I had to click to no via, and now snaggy. Here it is. Maybe it's not a bug. Maybe it was my mistake. So we have 26 left. Benfish 2.26 left. Transition snaggy. Insert. So let's check. From some point on, you will notice there are some coordinates points. So this is the North Atlantic route, labeled as net G. That it is the current one at this time. So this net G and North Atlantic route translates into those coordinate waypoints. Starting from Dinim up to Nixo, and then the airway system continues until Snaggy, which is our last waypoint, then Horrocks, Jore, Moji. So those should be the transition points to destination. Just make sure we go to search Miami. arrival. Bunfish 2. Bunfish 2. It starts from Snaggy. Here it is, transition from Snaggy. Howorks, Jorey, Mogi, and so on. Energy, USA, Bunfish. And then should be this should be our last point to be vectored to the runway. So from Bunfish, Bond, Good Day, and Rhodes. Bunfish, Ocean, Bond, Good Day, Rhodes. Then discontinuity. That means vectoring to Basho, Agler. So those should be the final points to the runway. Let's see back. I'm having some very low FPS. I don't know why this moment, maybe, but because yes, this is the old bug of X-Plane 12 lights, and when the lights become on, turn on, the FPS go crazy. Go. Anyway, it should be only on the terminal. Okay, so back to approach to make our final checks. Runway 26 left, and okay, in fact Basho, Agler, Const are the final fixes on the glide slope. Good, so the flight plan is correct. We can start our APU. But now the frames are very, very problematic to me. I recently made a video telling that the nights had been fixed for good in X-Plane 12. Now I'm convinced that it's still bugged, or there's been some further update that broke again night lighting, because now really I'm having 22, which in VR it's unbearable. It's unbearable, absolutely. Okay, I will try to get out of this terminal very quickly, and sorry for this. I thought that this wouldn't happen. So the APU is available, so let's turn off the external power. APU bleed comes on. Nav logo, position 1, beacon on. Let's call the truck. So lights, ground handling. We can stop this, toggle jetway, and ask for a stride pushback.
Fiumicino ground, Delta Alpha India Kilo November. Request pushback straight back.
Delta Alpha India Kilo November. Stand by. Pushback tractor is on the way.
Yeah, put the window here. Okay, the jetway has been retracted. I will try to move my head slowly. Signs on.
Commencing pushback. Release parking brake.
Alright, parking brakes off. We didn't set this because I was a bit in a hurry to move away from the terminal. Anyway, we will do it later.
Disconnect. Pushback completed.
Parking brake on. Let's close this one. So we don't have any tool to calculate those speeds. So as a rule of thumb, we take approximately the flap retraction speed, and it is 176 minus 15, so it's going to be 160, and we set it as a V2 160. The same for V rotate, and V1 is going to be a V rotate minus 10. Should be fine. We set flaps 2 for takeoff. Transition altitude correctly set at 6,000 feet, and flex to temperature we going to set 45. So we can start engine number 1. Pressure is ready. APU bleed. APU bleed is on. So starting engine 1. Still bad performances with the lights. Maybe a couple of FPS more, but it's a shame that they didn't fix. You see the lights. All those lights are so demanding to the GPU that in pancake mode you realize you're having less FPS, but from 60 maybe you go to 45, and you can play. Here in VR you have 35, you have 40, and then you go to 20, 22, 24, and it's really you know, it is unplayable. It is a shame. It is unplayable. And I have it at 3080 Ti. It's not a 4090, but it's, you know, a pretty much good GPU. I think this should not be happening after all this time. Anyway, number 1 has started, and let's start engine number 2. Set the spoilers to the arm position, and we can set the flaps to position 2 for takeoff. QNH 1013 is current at Fiumicino. Initial altitude is 4000. It's set. We can set our taxi light on, runway turn off light on. Logo on. Okay, also engine number 2 has started, so we set the engine start mode to normal. Takeoff config test. Auto brake max. Takeoff config normal, no blue. APU bleed off and APU off. Parking brake off. Taxiing. Let's go out of here. And hope for the situation to improve a bit. 29, yeah, hope so. It's yes, all those terminal lights are like hell. So via Papa to runway to taxiway Bravo, and then holding point Bravo Bravo runway 25 to Rome Fiumicino. Yes, it's better now. 37. Now we are fine. The important is not to stare to the terminals. Left, right. You can feel the heaviness of this plane. Very, very good, and it also taxis very well. Right, 20 FPS. On left, 40 FPS. It's crazy. Okay, holding points Bravo Bravo. This is Bravo Delta. Sorry, still some way to the holding points because we need all the runway to take off with this heavy bird. See here, it's very smooth, but for me it's not enough to fly only at daylight. It's not enough. Here's Bravo Bravo holding point. ITA Airways AZ630 approaching holding point. Bravo Bravo runway 25 ready for departure. Clear takeoff, runway 25, ITA Airways AZ630. Runway 25 checked, ready. Chrono. Landing light on, takeoff light on. Strobe. Transponder on. TA array set. Cabin crew, take a seat, prepare for takeoff. Engines stabilized. Power sets. Flex 45 SRS runway track. Climb, nav, out throttle blue. Speed line. Knots. V1 rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Start veering right. Level climb. Pay attention to the flaps. Still at 2. Speed check flaps 1. Autopilot 1 engaged. We were going to the alpha floor. Attention. Speed checked, flaps up. One spoiler disarmed. Ground turn off, light off. And ITA A330 clear, climb flight level 100. Flight level 100 set. Set standard barrel. And the first officer side. You can see that the plane is flying well. Everything is working as it should. Set the chrono to off mode. And passing transition altitude 6,000 feet now. And on our course through the Atlantic Ocean. This is the Tyrrhenian Sea. We have the maps here. We fly over maybe Corsica and then go north through France, maybe Southern Ireland, and then reach our first waypoint for the North Atlantic route. We will not fly the whole flight, just, you know, I wanted just to make you know, some tests with my headset to see if xplane had been improved something. Okay, 10,000 check. Landing lights off. Taxi light off. Okay, we can climb to our flight level 320. Open climb. And nav logo 1 position, seatbelts, auto, and no smoking, auto. Yes, I was saying that I will not do the whole flight, of course, and just to test the A330 if it's working fine. It is. And yes, my big disappointment is night lighting in xplane trail. So if this somewhat overrides what I saw, what I said in my previous video when I told that this thing had been fixed for good. So it's been a big disappointment to me. To see that after all these months, xplane 12 still has got problems with the night lighting, and it makes the life of us who are users impossible. Maybe in the 2D, in the pancake mode, it is not so. It does not have so a big impact. but in VR it has got so. It is one of the reason, this is the main reason why at this time I'm mainly using Microsoft Flight Simulator and of course TWCS over xplane 12. It's a pity, it's a shame. Okay, my friends, thank you very much as always for following me, and see you to the next one. I hope soon. Bye bye to everyone.